will unpack the latest on the Donald Trump tweet.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Yes, good stuff. So now Donald Trump, he tweets about South African policy. Does it really augur that well for diplomatic relations? Don't you think perhaps he could have given Mr. Ramaphosa a call?
Look, I don't think that South Africa and the United States have any diplomatic relations to talk about at this time. In my view, the relationship between South Africa and America is at its lowest since 1994. President Trump has been in office since January 2017. He hasn't had any direct interaction, deliberate interaction with South Africa. Several months ago, the former US Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, visited 5 African countries. South Africa was not one of them. Okay? We're sitting now with an embassy of the United States in Pretoria that doesn't have an ambassador. So clearly Donald Trump does not regard South Africa as strategic enough for him, or South Africa is strategic but South Africa is not playing the role that he would want it to play. There's a whole lot of things that we can talk about. Let's make, for instance, an example with moving the the US embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. South Africa protested, right? And even our conduct in the United Nations, we're not very aligned with Donald Trump and his agenda. And Donald Trump doesn't like that. And he prefers relationships that are at a personal level. Even in the United States, in the White House, for instance, the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has been to the White House. Our president has never been. And if you look at the history of the relationship between South Africa and America, at this time there would have been some interaction. There was chemistry between Nelson Mandela and Bill Clinton. There was chemistry between George W. Bush and Thabo Mbeki. With Jacob Zuma, there was some relationship, but that was strained with time. The problem with South Africa is that in the past several years, we've been very inward looking, right? Contrary to how we conducted ourselves during Nelson Mandela and Thabo Mbeki's time. So if you talk about land reform program, you must understand that it will raise the temperature, and other foreign governments will be looking at this, especially given the history just across the border in Zimbabwe. I don't think that South Africa engaged its stakeholders as well as it could have, right? So now we are reacting to the situation. AfriForum proactively went to America to lobby right-wing conservatives. What did the South African government do? I do not know. I don't even know that the embassy of South Africa engaged not only the government of the United States, but the critical stakeholders in the US, like your Black Caucus, etc. I don't think that has done. So, on one hand, the Department of International Relations and Cooperation under Minister Lindiwe Sisulu is correct to say that they'll use diplomatic channels to engage the United States. But beyond that, we need to take our message out there to the people and tell them what our land reform program is about and what it's not about. And we cannot always be reacting, because when we are reacting, we lose, you have to be first with the story. Now, we are on our back foot, we are defending, and we're not going to be that convincing compared to where we were if we were going to be proactive.